Hello, everybody. We are back. The second part of the Wild Hunt event is out. So, we're actually going to start off with looking at the new students, because I think we got two. And since it's an event, we might pull... We shouldn't, because they are not limited, but I could be convinced. So, Fuyu, I don't know who that is. Two cost, decreases the defense of one target, and then deals damage. Increases attack speed for allies in a circular area every couple seconds. Increases attack. Deals attack as additional damage to enemies inflicted with status ailments. Do debuffs count as status ailments? I'm assuming they do. Though you think they wouldn't. You'd think status ailment would be something like burn, poison, chill, not defense down. Sonic, special, handgun user. So her attack's not going to be very high. 2.4. Not great. Okay, so we could easily pass on her, but there's another one. Mio. We saw her in the last event. 4.3 in back, so she is a sniper rifle user, probably. Sonic and Elastic, that's good. Another 2 cost. Increase the attack speed of the 3 nearest allies other than the user. Increase attack speed... Okay, that's the self buff. So she buffs the 3 nearest allies with attack speed, and then she buffs herself with a lower version of it. And then when the operational strategy is 2, spends all operational charges, adding an additional 1.3 multiplier to the attack speed boost. So she does haste your entire team. Increases attack speed. A rapid fire sniper rifle. Attack. Increases attack when using EX skills. Gains 1 charge if the EX was unenhanced. Okay, so every 3 casts, she gets the upgraded version of this. No, I'm not convinced. Because we need to be saving for limiteds. We need to make sure that we have enough. So now we can move on to the event. The ceiling was new to me. Above all, I wondered where I was. Did I get kidnapped again? The architecture looked like a dorm's. Thankfully, my body wasn't tied down. Wow. That's the first thing that comes to your mind is I'm not bound and gagged. So, in fact, I was lying on a sofa, covered by a blanket. It didn't seem like I was brought here with ill intentions. Still got kidnapped. Because it's less inconvenient than usual doesn't mean that it's... However, my head kept throbbing with an aching pain. Just what happened? You're awake. Who are you? Huh? Me? Well, yes. It's expected that you wouldn't know me. My name is Sakurai Mio. I major in literature at Wild Hunt Art Academy. And well, I'm 16 years old, a second year. My birthday is August 24th, and I'm 5'1". Going into detail here. I enjoy collecting typewriters. And my waist size... do you really need to know all of this? Well, I am curious now. But you're curious? So you do keep tabs on all that stuff. You're just as odd as I've heard. Anyway, where are we? Yeah. This is the Free Trade Cartel's club room. Free Trade Cartel? Yes, it's Wild Hunt's premier criminal organization. What kind of crime? Smuggling. Smuggling? Anyway, you're Shale Sensei, right? Yes, that's right. Then this may be sudden, but could you hear me out? Maybe administer some advice? Did you have to knock me out to ask me for advice? I'm always willing to advise a student. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Then, to be honest, I want to disband the Free Trade Cartel. Disband? Yes, I want to just stop and have everyone in the cartel move on. I am uncomfortable with constantly breaking the school's rules. So if it's not too much, can you help me with that? Then I'll have to meet with the cartel's president. Oh, you can just talk to me. I want to meet the president for myself. I'm the president. What? Okay, so, but Ritsu, is that our welfare? We got Kanoe, we've got Meru, Ryo, Ibuki, Midori, Shimiko, Ui, and Aroha. We got Maki. We got Noah Pajamas. We'll get Noah Elf in this one? No? Wait.
欲しいものは見つかりましたか?
How are we supposed to use a unit that doesn't exist?
難しいことはあっても不可能はない。先生にお会いできてすごく安心しました。
Is she awarded at the end? Or does she really... Maybe she comes out on a later banner? That kind of sucks.
ありますよ。どうぞ。心ゆくまで見ていってください。
I guess that's just how it is.
特殊交易部の営業室長、若狭冬です。
No welfare. The Veronica Special Exhibition was about to open at Wild Hunt Art Academy. It was to be a showing of exquisite art pieces owned by the Veronica Company, makers of fine luxuries. I was called to Wild Hunt to complete the typical paper and administrative work that the event required. And of course, the inspection was underway. If you want this done quickly, put your open bag in the tray and raise your hands over your head. All I have is paint. Is this really necessary? We have updated regulations. Caffeinated drinks are now banned. What does that have to do with anything? This is paint for an art school. You could have mixed high concentrations of caffeine into your paint. Oh, of course. No, wait, what are you talking about? Who'd drink paint? There was a painter who did long ago. Why would someone... And at these prices? Enough. These are special orders from the Prefectural Council Captain. Please comply. Prefectural Council Captain? If it's her order, I guess I have no choice. Let's see. This paint, all of these brands are permitted. And they are all new, unopened products. Very well, pass. Now, next, proceed through. Huh? Oh, you're Shale Sensei, aren't you? Hello, you seem to be working hard. Yes, it's been busy. But we have our orders from the top. So will you comply with these inspection? Of course, go ahead. Now then, I'll inspect the contents of your bag. Ah. Is there a problem? Sensei, I must confiscate this pottery mug. All outside ceramics are currently banned from the campus ingress. Why? Last month we found several units of forbidden pigment hidden inside the pottery. And the strict inspection continued. All done. Come here before you leave, and we will return your confiscated items. Welcome back to Wild Hunt, Sensei. Yeah, thanks. Good work. I entered Wild Hunt's gates, and it only took an hour before I finished my task. While strolling through the campus after my work, I found some empty grounds. There was still a long walk to the front gates. Maybe I should rest here for a bit. And just as I was about to sit on the bench, hey, watch out! What? I saw something fall from the sky. It was rounded, green, and unfortunately large. A bundle? Oh, okay, so she knocked me out with her smuggling bag. And then I lost consciousness. So that's how I got here. Do you remember? We carried your unconscious body back to our dorm. But what hit me? Well, just a few smuggled goods. Smuggled goods? Yes, my friend and I used a catapult to shoot it over the academy's walls. A catapult? You just happened to be at the landing and got hit. Ooh, sorry about that. I sincerely apologize on behalf of the Free Trade Cartel. I never wanted to represent a violent club. It's fine, I'm not that hurt. Anyway, my friend, Fuyu, I told her not to use the catapult. I thought this might happen. Nah, it was the only way. When did you get here? There is a really good, legitimate, and necessary reason for the catapult, Prez. Fine, I'm prepared to hear your nonsense. Good, because the reason is, it was cool. Please stop talking. Why? Why do you think? Your catapult hurt someone. I put a lot of padding in the bag. It was really cushioned. Yes, to protect the goods. Don't act like it was because you cared about that. You cared that someone might get hit. Everyone, please calm down. Oh, so Sensei's up. Wow. Are you trying to change the subject? Nice to meet you, Sensei. I'm Wakasa Fuyu, the sales manager of the Free Trade Cartel. I also dabble in tech. Sales manager? I never gave you that title. I picked you up some ointment from the infirmary. Just put it right on that bruise. And here's my card, if you please. When did you make business cards? Every legitimate businesswoman needs a business card. You are aware that our club is illegitimate, as in illegal? Yeah, and you're running it. I never wanted to be president. Don't get so heated, Prez. Everything turned out fine, didn't it? Nevertheless, I'll admit that we inconvenienced Sensei. So if you need a little assistance, we'll give you a free consultation. How can you talk business at a time like this? What does the Free Trade Cartel do? Excellent questions. Let me explain our workflow step by step. Step by step, we smuggle in banned contraband and sell it. I'm sure you realized the necessity of our business from the moment you entered Wild Hunt, Sensei. Are you ignoring me? You and all students are subject to unjustified, strict, persistent, and invasive searches based on random whims. Wild Hunt students have needs. We're artists. We're not meant to be limited, especially by such an arbitrary and capricious ban list. So that's where the cartel comes in. We help students get the thing they need, and we charge a small service fee, a price for freedom. And I assure you that our fees are very reasonable. We provide a freedom to trade money for essential items, hence the name Free Trade Cartel. But you're breaking the rules. I understand how you might feel that way. I've a proposal, Sensei. How about you spend some time with us and evaluate our club's activities? And after that, you can use your infinite wisdom to decide for yourself if what we do is truly bad, regardless of what the Academy tells you to think. How do you like that? Would you like to shadow us for a bit, perform an educated audit? If you'd let me, sure. Do you agree, Prez? Regardless of what Sensei and I think, you're the one in power. Yes, I would like for them to see things as they really are. All right, then. Mio, I buried everything. Buried what? What did you bury? Well, it's not what you think. Sewing! Yes, you mean sewing, right, Ritsu? Yes, the sewing is done. I made sure to plant the things where Mio said. Good work. Yeah, nice job, Ritsu. Thanks! Hello, I'm Usuba Ritsu. My hobby is trade. My specialty is also trade. And my major is sculpture. Nice to meet you. Come to think of it, I think I saw you in the news. I heard you streaked butt naked across the field. You're not wrong, but it was so cool to see that people do that stuff outside with Wild Hunt too. That's common in Wild Hunt? We have a performing arts department. Sensei, do you not have a lot of clothes? Were you doing laundry? Should I get you something you can wear later? That's very thoughtful, but more importantly, you're already done with the sewing. Excellent timing. Ritsu, would you kindly guide us to the sewing location? Huh? Yeah, sure. But why? Sensei wants to observe what we do in the Free Trade Cartel. Observe? Wow, that sounds fun! But, are you sure it's okay? Mio, you always emphasize security and discretion, remember? Ritsu, Sensei is a responsible adult. And adults have jobs that pay money. If you get a responsible adult hooked, you can make bank. But to get a decent ROI, that's return on investment, we need to show them that we're trustworthy. I can hear you. Ladies, please, Sensei's right there. Anyway, since we're decided, we'd best band together. Let's go, everyone. Here's the first sewing location. So what does sewing actually mean? It's a method of delivering smuggled goods to a client. We drop the item in the specific location that all parties agree on, then the client retrieves them later. That's why we call it sewing. We plant the item, then the customer harvests it. Right there. It should be buried under the statue. Shh, here she comes. Found it. Oh, at last, I have the final piece to complete my aesthetic euphoria. What did she order? Napalm-flavored fried chicken. You deliver takeout too? Of course. Wild Hunt is very strict about outside food. Since it's not easy to go in or out, a lot of students get their cravings satiated through us. Now, shall we continue to our next stop? It didn't seem bad so far. This time we stopped at a hole near an old tree. Eureka! At last I can complete my masterpiece. See? She needed a specific paint for her artwork. Gorgeous stuff. But it isn't currently permitted within Wild Hunt. Why? It contains a small amount of pesticide, basically. As if she's dumb enough to eat it. After that, they showed me several other sewing sites. And as I watched every desperate student pick up their smuggled items, I rarely saw anything remotely dangerous. At the end, we decided to rest on a bench. And now we're closing up shop. The free trade cartel is all wrapped up for the day. So, what do you think, Sensei? What was your honest impression of our smuggling? Most of it seemed so trivial. Huh, trivial. It was only a small part of our overall workflow. We employ a variety of innovative smuggling routes and delivery methods. Why do you sound like you're bragging? Because I am, and with good reason. Why such a frown, dear Mio? Everything we saw today was your work, wasn't it? Huh? Wait, that's... The clever delivery methods, the extensive smuggling routes, the emergency escape plans in the event that we're caught by the council. That's all you're doing, Mio. Please stop embarrassing me. Sensei, there's a reason why Mio is our leader, our beloved president. The mastermind behind the free trade cartel, the chief operator and planner. That's President Mio. Just accept it, Prez. You're the queen of smuggling. You're its embodiment. An irreplaceable icon. That's right. Mio's plans never go wrong. And that's why, with humility, I must ask your help once more, Mio. Huh? What are you? Huh. It turns out that we snagged a big score. The pay is denied. Oh, just hear me out. Even if you think it's big for you, then it must be astronomical. You're not wrong. It won't be easy. But that's not what matters to you, is it, Mio? Huh? What matters is... A Cutie Berry 87 is finally back up for sale on your preferred second-hand site. Truly, a genuine piece, not a replica. Indeed. Look it up for yourself. What is a Cutie Berry 87? It's a cursed masterpiece, Sensei. The Cutie Berry 87 is a luxurious, elegant, tragically beautiful piece that was so ahead of its time that it was barely on the market. Translation: an old typewriter. Hey! A typewriter? Yes, it's a vintage typewriter that I have been pursuing for a long time. I enjoy collecting typewriters. Ah. There's a good reason why it didn't sell, Sensei. Why would a typewriter need directional anti-personnel mines? I will not hear this from someone who deploys a catapult for coolness reasons. Point is, you want that Cutie Berry 87, don't you? But you're short on funds. Way short. You know nothing of my finances. I don't need to crack an egg to know how many yolks are in there. You never heard of double yolks? Not from you. Be real, Mio. You want to buy the Cutie Berry 87, but you don't have the money. But as soon as we complete this mission, you'll have enough money to buy 5 of them. And a display case. Very well. I'll hear you out. What's the request? I just thought of something.
ようこ
What?
そ先生。こちらですよ。
Oh, not that. This. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, we just don't have access to her at all.
まあ、欲しいものは
Yep.
見つかりましたか？
Why, though? Why tease us with a character and then say, nah?
特殊交易部の営業室長若狭冬です。
Rude. One day prior. Huh? I heard you're the Free Trade Cartel's sales manager? You heard right. So let's have a seat. Ah, sure. So, is it true that you can get anything? You name it. Trade is in our name, after all. And let's just say my record is pristine. Oh. Anyway, you've got me curious. I don't normally field clients outside Wild Hunt. So let's cut to the chase. What do you want? And why do you need me? Calling this a trade is a bit of a stretch. I'll explain. I want to smuggle a painting out of Wild Hunt. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Good day. Wait, please listen. Listen to what? You want to steal from our school? You'll find a thief or bandit club, or whatever. We are the Free Trade Council. A cartel. Did I say council? Yeah. You have clubs like that? What do you think? Please, a moment more. It's not what it sounds like. Alright, then what is it? I'm an artist. I'm doing well now, enough to make a living. But when I was young, it was rough. I did a lot of things just to get by, you know? And one of those things was art forgery. Forged art. Yes, I copy a famous painting down to the finest details and sell it off as the real thing. I'm not ashamed of most of what I've done in the name of survival. But forging paintings, that shame still stains my heart. My only wish is to atone, to right my wrongs. Okay, what does that have to do with your request? The Veronica Special Exhibition will soon come to Wild Hunt. Some of my work, my forgeries, will be displayed there. You're telling me that the Veronica Foundation bought and is proudly displaying your fake art? Yes, of course the Foundation believes my paintings are authentic. And which painting is this? Right, it's The Love of Purple and Blue Light. You forged that painting? Oh, you know it? Most people wouldn't recognize it, even if I gave them a picture. I attend Wild Hunt, of course I know. It's a foundational piece. We spent a week on it in art history. What a relief to finally talk to someone cultured. You'd be shocked at how little the public educates themselves on even the basics. Anyway, I forged The Love of Purple and Blue Light. This copy will soon be within your reach at the Veronica Special Exhibition. Then you want us to smuggle your fake painting out? Precisely. That's ambitious to say the least. Even if we nabbed the painting, the school, not to mention the authorities, would be up in arms. Forgery or not, it's a real robbery. If you're so sure, why not approach the Foundation and tell them the truth? Look, I have the genuine painting ready for you. Huh? I recently won the authentic Love of Purple and Blue Light in an underground auction. See, it's right there. All I'm asking is for you to smuggle out the forged piece and replace it with the real one. There doesn't need to be any trouble, you see? Look, if that's the case, then you really should just tell the Foundation. They can verify it, and I can't let people know that I was a forger. I've worked hard to make a name for myself. All I want is to make things right. And while the insipid public will never know what I've done, this could help me set things right. Would that be possible? Let's be real. You must know what's bothering me. What if the exhibition painting is authentic and you're just trying to steal it? You don't believe me? Did you give me a reason to? I'm not in the business of forgery, and no one plays the cartel. Granted, this isn't my major. I'm not sure I could spot the difference. Nevertheless, I am an artist, and the idea of stealing someone's genuine work doesn't sit right. Then how about this? Your cartel can do whatever they want to the painting you smuggle out. Hang it, burn it, toss it, as long as it's not revealed to the world, I'm happy. Excuse me? Think about it. What do I have to gain? I don't want anything back. I ask this because I know the Veronica has the forged piece. So what do you say? You believe me now? Back to the present. So that was your request. What did you answer? Wait, this is the love of purple and blue light? Truly? Wow, it's pretty. It's marvelous. Here, outside, in the sun, out of a gallery's walls? This is the real thing? Allegedly. Wait, please don't tell me you accepted the request. I didn't. Huh? Even if I'm the sales manager, this is above my pay grade. I told the potential client that I had to speak with the president first. Then why do you... They basically threw it at me. But I have their contact info. So if you refuse, I'll return it. No pressure. But think about it, Mio. Smuggling art from an exhibition does sound worrisome. I agree. But we'll be swapping the forged painting for the real one. Isn't that kind of the moral thing to do? And moreover, look at this calculator. This is how much I negotiated for the contract. What do you think? Pretty outstanding, right? I could buy artisanal Karakara marble with this. An outstanding amount. Behold, the superior negotiating power of the Free Trade Cartel's sales manager. But Fuyu, you do realize, right? Huh? Realize what? That Sensei is still here. Why are you still here? I never left? Hold on everyone, relax. There's no need to panic. After all, you heard the full story, Sensei. It's morally correct, is it not? Nevertheless, they heard us talk about stealing something in exchange for money. There's no way they'll let us Actually, it's fine with me. What? I trust your judgment. Of course, I will observe from the sidelines. Sensei, if you also say so... Think, Mio. Clack, clack, ding. Cute Barry 87 is calling to you. Shut up! Okay, just this once. Just one more job, and then I'm done. Very well. We'll accept the request. I will write a plan. There's not a single combat. Morning, morning, me yorning. It's morning, Mio. Time to go to school. 5 more minutes. Oh, it's you, Ritsu? Sure is. It's time to get up, Mio. Anyway, Ritsu, if you don't mind me asking, huh? Why are you holding a hammer over my head? Oh, this? It's for if you don't get up. Break in case of emergency. How about you stop spewing nonsense and focus on your breakfast? So, Ritsu, that hammer? I was about to head to the sculpture workshop, and I was picking up my tools. Hammer, chisel, gouge? Diligent as always, Ritsu. All while you were sleeping in and snoring up the place. I'm exhausted because of you. I was up all night thinking of a plan. Do you think breaking into an exhibition will be easy? Oh, brilliant scribe. Is your work of staggering genius finally complete? These are the only times my talent gets recognized. I didn't enroll in Wild Hunt to write things like this. Huh? Do you not like your own work, Mio? Well, let's just say that my current focus isn't what I initially had in mind. But I love your writing. You're my favorite author, Mio. Ritsu, you're so sweet. Thank you. Wow, such a change in demeanor. Please, will you spare some of that sweetness for me? Anyway, what? I get skipped? I've outlined our plan. Most notably, our operation will not take place in the exhibition hall. Excuse me. Huh? But that's where the painting will be. Yes, will be. During the exhibition. Naturally. So we're going to steal it beforehand. But the love of purple and blue light is not currently on display. It's likely in the Academy's storage. In all likelihood, it will remain there until the exhibition's opening night. So this is much more low profile. We can replace the painting from the quiet of the storeroom. So, you mean the art storage place? The warehouse? I got it. We'll burst through the wall and just take the painting, right? Ritsu, I'm afraid that we must be more discreet. The client won't pay to repair the wall after all. Yeah, this is sounding harder than I'd hoped. So, how do you propose we break into the storeroom? I have notions of a plan. I'll fill you in later. For now, I'm afraid that we all have classes to attend. Please enjoy your sculpting, Ritsu. Okies! What about me? Whatever. Aww. Over already? Are you alright, Mio? Ah, Hiromi. What's a Hiromi? You look more tired than usual. Did you not get enough sleep? Perceptive as always. Yeah, I was studying. But, you look a little tired too, Hiromi. Yeah, the assembly keeps handing us more and more responsibility without more staff. Right. You're the vice captain of the prefectural council. What's going on? It's this Veronica exhibition thing. You've seen the flyers? Oh, yeah. That's a really big event. Their exhibition pieces arrived early, so we're keeping them in storage. And of course, the prefectural council is in charge of guarding it 24/7. Oh, tight and comprehensive as security. Must be really tough, Hiromi. Oh, I'm so sorry, Hiromi. It's not personal. You're sweet. It's tough. But such is the duty of the council, right? With all this extra work, our fraud department is currently stretched thin. Though they've still found tons of banned items this week. I see. Smugglers. In Wild Hunt? I know you can't relate, Mio. You have such an upstanding record. Maybe that's why I feel so relaxed when I'm with you. When you're vice president of the prefectural council, almost everyone looks like a suspect. Not you, though, which is great. I bet the only crimes you would consider are in your stories. I'm so sorry. Moving on. That's my life. But, Hiromi? Huh? Is that all that's bothering you? You could tell? Your voice was a tad more subdued than normal. Writers can be so observant. You're right. The council is facing a unique challenge. Take a look. An envelope? Subtle off-white coloring. Yes, the Veronica Art Committee received it 2 days ago. You can read it. If you insist. Snails will cry. Oh, okay. It's Akira. The hard sky will loosen. The only the king smiles. When the doors close and rainbows blends, magical moment, blah blah blah. Wait, this is, yes. It's the Benevolent Thief's calling card. Really? The Benevolent Thief actually wrote this? It's a copy, obviously. The Prefectural Council has the original in their evidence locker. You know what I meant. You're saying that the message is real? Indeed. Hey, who's this Benevolent Thief anyway? She's an actual art thief, unlike us. She's infamous for not only her bravado, but her success rate. She's also one of the 7 prisoners. So what's with the card? Why would you say she's coming? She likes to be different, Ritsu. She's not a typical thief, and enjoys toying with people, like a game. The Benevolent Thief always leaves a calling card before she strikes. In it, she announces her target. So this is a message? A real calling card? Wow. I thought it was a poem or something. I can definitely see that. It's a little artistic. The Benevolent Thief is more into puzzles, though. The message is a riddle. Which makes us wonder, Mio. What? Why did the Prefectural Council Vice President show this to you, and then give you a copy? We are compatriots. The literature department is pretty small. No, I mean, this is evidence. Shouldn't this be highly confidential? It was initially, but it turns out that... Yes? They need outside help. No one in the council can figure it out. She wanted me to give it a try. Call her if I crack it. So did you? Did you crack it? No, not yet. Frankly, I have a lot on my mind. Is that so? Yes, because in case you missed it, both we and the Benevolent Thief are targeting the Veronica exhibition. The Prefectural Council is on high alert for the Benevolent Thief, meaning that the exhibition hall and the storeroom are under heightened security. Wait, then all the work you did is now useless. This twist means I have to go back to the outline and replot. And, I'm not going to get very far. Unless I decode this calling card. Good luck, champ. Mio. I'll be in the library, at my usual desk, in the back. I need to calm my mind and body. And while we're at it, maybe I'll crack this card. Bye. One more time, Mio. Snails will cry, the hard sky will loosen. Only the king smiles. When the doors open and the rainbow bends, in that magical moment I shall arrive. What is this author's intent? I scoured the exhibition site and found no paintings of snails. Then, of course, there are so many paintings of skies. Artists love the sky. Hard sky. What? Only a few kings will be in attendance, and they were all scowling. Not even a hint of a smirk. So, what could the Benevolent Thief possibly be targeting? How did this get so complicated? And stupid? And why am I always caught in the middle? Huh? Books? Are they alright? Whoops. That was me. I should get a belt or bag. Sorry to scare you. You needn't apologize. Please, allow me to help. Thank you so much. Intro to Summoning Magic? The Split Path of Tarot. Understanding the Astral Plane. A big witch hat. You're Eerie, right? From the Occult Investigation Society? Oh, it is you, Mio. I didn't want to assume. You were really burying your head like you were struggling. I see. I was worried about a big quiz. There's this problem, and I just can't crack it. Come to think of it, Eerie, your major is painting. Yes, practical and studio art. with a little history too, I hope. Do you know of any famous snail-based paintings? Huh? A snail? Like, with slime? Nothing comes to mind. How about paintings of the sky? The sky? Lots of paintings feature the sky. But just of the sky? Do you mean night? Sunrise? Eventide? Something with a hard sky, if that rings a bell. Hard sky? Hard as in on fire and harsh? Or hard like, I'm sorry, maybe that's a mistranslation. I've never heard of... Hold on a second. Freeze, wait. Sky, night, stars, hardness scale? I have an idea. Really? What is it? Do you think it's about lazurites? Lazurite is a blue mineral. It's in the lapis lazuli, which is a gemstone that's great for intuition, divination, psychic protection. But most importantly, the name lapis lazuli means stone of the sky. If it's the stone of the sky, then maybe that's a hard sky, right? A gemstone. Stone of the sky. Hard sky. That's a fascinating insight. I'll research lapis lazuli. It could be the key. Thank you very much, Eerie. No problem. So, sounds like you're into gems. Are you rebalancing energies? Casting spells? Huh? Oh, no. It's for an art appreciation seminar. Well, you might appreciate that lapis lazuli is used in making paint. A gemstone is in paint? Not all chunky or anything. They used to grind it into a powder to make ultramarine. It's a beautiful blue. I think it was also the most expensive paint in history. Ultramarine uses synthetic stuff now, but back in the day, procuring it made a lot of artists go bankrupt. Can you imagine? What commitment? The hard sky will loosen. Eh? If you were to grind lapis lazuli, the stone of the sky, and mix it into paint, yes, I get it. Huh? Oh, sorry, Mio. I gotta take this. Good luck with your quiz. I'm glad they told us that part, because there's no way I would have gotten it. Hard sky was about a type of paint. Then, could snails crying also be? It's worth a shot. Pigments, hues, materials, got it. Time to focus. A few hours later. Why aren't you in the dorm? Hold on. I looked everywhere. We're just working, Prez. You've seen the team calendar. What's going on? Why are you so sweaty? Huh? What is it, Mio? Are you in trouble? I cracked it. Crack? What? The calling card. I figured it out. There's no way they figured it out. It's gotta be a red herring. I'm with you on the whole ultramarine paint part. The hard sky, the lapis lazuli. But the snails crying part? Appears to be transparent, right? It's purple. Oh, so they're talking about stealing the... Wait, is Akira going to steal the fake, painting? Whatever you call it. And then we're going to replace it with the real one? It's purple. Purple? Long ago, they made purple pigment by grinding up Murex sea snail glands. You'd need thousands to make 1 gram of dye. I'm sure the snails are crying because of the sheer cruelty of the process. And the king's smiling part? What's that? White? Yellow? No. Blue and purple dyes were so rare and difficult to produce that only royalty could wear them. I already told you how complicated the processes were. This final phrase only reaffirms the previous two. Blue and purple weren't for the lay people. They couldn't wear or paint with them. Hence, only the king smiles. So the benevolent thief is after a purple and blue painting, maybe an old one. Precisely. So if we work together and examine all the paintings that will be featured, we can at least guess what... Hey, isn't that already in Fuyu's case? Huh? I didn't steal anything yet. Oh. The love of purple and blue light. That's it! It's so obvious! It was right there, and right here! On top of that, we have the genuine article. Indeed. To think, we already have what the thief wants. She doesn't know it, but... Wait, Sensei? How long have you been here? Fuyu wanted help, so I came over. Shale's official name was Federal Investigation Club Shale. And we find ourselves in the middle of an investigation of the benevolent thief. So I thought we could use a little help. It's not like they aren't already all up in our business. Of course, I don't have any additional info. Huh. So, you further implicated Sensei for no reason? But they brought cake! Grab a slice, Mio. We have forks. And isn't cake with friends in the park enough of a reason? Yeah, it's really good, Mio. It's even more delicious than if you eat it in the cafe. Come on, Mio. A couple bites to celebrate, Sensei really knows how to buy a dessert. All my knowledge comes from some brilliant students. Wait, Sensei, how did you bring in outside food? You didn't catapult the cake, did you? I guess outside staff members are allowed to feed the inmates. Inmates? This is a school, not a prison. I find that very debatable. And that's why I say we rope Sensei into our new premium food smuggling service. We can move cakes, soufflés, lattes, with whip. Denied for you. Aww. Anyway, aren't we going off topic? That's right. Mio was talking about the benevolent thief. Now, back to business. The benevolent thief aims to take the same painting that we intended to ethically swap. The love of purple and blue light. We want to exchange while she wants to steal. This is getting messy. Actually, I find it rather simple. Simple. Our goal isn't to remove or retain the forgery after all. It's to place the authentic painting in its rightful home. If the benevolent thief removes the fake from storage, then all we have to do is put the authentic painting in its place. We would fulfill the conditions of the request and avoid holding on to any of evidence. We wouldn't even need to... We wouldn't even need to struggle to move the painting out of storage. Conveniently, the benevolent thief would do all that for us. And my research showed that the thief doesn't put things back on the market. She steals and keeps them. In other words, everyone can win here. She steals the painting, and the Veronica company finally gets the actual work they paid so much for. Even the cleanup is taken care of. She's actually kind of scary. I've been saying this for years, but you really have a knack for crime, Mio. A backhanded compliment at best. I didn't major in literature to write these kinds of stories. Then what would you like to write about, Mio? Well, now's not the time. We still need to... It's romance. Nothing to be ashamed of. Mio loved reading and critiquing romance novels so much that now she writes her own. Will you shut your... You're right, okay? But please be quiet. Can I read your stuff? I can't. No, it's not done. Much like this plan, we only cracked one half of the calling card. Oh, yeah, you're right. There was more. When the doors close and the rainbow blends, not bends, and the rainbow blends, in that magical moment, I shall arrive. I don't think I know. Great memory, Ritsu. If the first part tells us the target, then maybe this piece gives us the time. Any rainbow events on the agenda? That's a very astute question. I don't know. Let's return to the dorm for now. We don't want to be caught after curfew. I've talked to enough people today. Yeah, twilight's setting in. Sorry, Sensei, it seems like you just got here, and then watched us stare into space. No worries, I arrived late in the day anyway. The fun's not over yet, though. Sensei, how about I escort you to the Wait, Fuyu. What did you just say? Huh? Curfew? 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 Escort? Not that. Twilight? Yes, that's it! Twilight! What about it? Look at the sky. What color is it? Orange? Really? It's not. Look again. Sure, it's mainly orange, but that's not all. The sky's close to the sun is orange, but lavender is in the distance, a purple. And the thin clouds are dusty white, while the thick ones are shadowed with a deep ultramarine blue. At twilight, the colors of the rainbow mix together in a spectrum. The rainbow blends in that magical moment. Yes, she said the time right there. Twilight! Twilight. Oh, I see it. You're onto something. Twilight. Right after sunset. We call that the magic hour. Magic hour? Yes. It's also right before sunrise. The hour is when the day and night blend. It's a great time to take pictures. Shadows disappear in the diffused light. It's romantic and flattering, and short. Much shorter than an hour. About 20 minutes tops. The magic hour. Maybe that's why the thief said that magical moment. It seems like a flash of time when compared to a long day. But how did you know that, Fuyu? I major in media arts. We covered it in the photography module. Excellent catch! Anyway, that means they're going to steal the painting as twilight settles. Sure, except... Huh? Technically, twilight happens twice a day. Once before sunrise and once after sunset. So which one did you mean? When the doors close and the rainbow bends in that magical moment, so it must be at the end of the day. Because the doors are closing. Hey, maybe it's at night. Huh? Because we say the doors close when a workday is done, especially with curfew. And now we're closing up shop. The free trade cartel is all wrapped up for the day. Wrapping up, closing doors. In twilight, magic hour. Then you're done? Yes, the code is cracked. So we're all on the same page. We agree that the calling card says that someone is going to steal the love of purple and blue light at dusk, right? Exactly. With this, I have the characters, the motivation, and the stakes. The plot begs for a revision. So, as a twist, we are now preparing for the benevolent thief's arrival, and we shall assist her in the theft. I kind of get it, because we want to get her in and out as soon as possible, so that way she's out of the picture, so that way we can replace it with the real one. The sun is starting to set. To think, in the dark of tomorrow's night, the Veronica Special Exhibition will open. Can you imagine the glamour and majesty of the exhibition hall? Wait, what? If the exhibition is happening at night, then that means it's going to happen in the morning. Right? Visitors will drift past the art without a single original thought, as if moved by a conveyor belt. All while clustering in front of the famous works like ants on a piece of candy, nodding and grunting as if they actually feel something. Or they might genuinely appreciate the exhibition. No, the public doesn't know. They don't sense the aura of an authentic piece, or the crude insincerity of a forgery. They don't actually look at the work, you see. For them, it's all the reputation and the price. They let that determine how they pretend to feel. They study everything around the painting. but they never actually see its true form. I wonder again and again, will there ever be a day when the people truly value art? Will the day of the true sight ever dawn on the masses? I doubt it. That sun shall never rise. Tell me, what do you think? I don't know about all that, but the cafe's about to close, so you can get up. So can you get up so I can stack the chairs? This is literally sir, this is a Wendy's moment. My apologies. Then farewell. Tomorrow, the special exhibition opens. This isn't our first time guarding the storage, but it's the most nerve-wracking. I keep imagining that thief popping out of the shadows. Oh, she's right there. Standing guard is difficult enough, and now one of the 7 prisoners might be involved. Well, if she doesn't show up at the storeroom today, then I guess she's not coming. Even if she is some sort of legend, how could she possibly sneak in when all of us are standing here like... About that. Huh? What do you suppose we are protecting, and from whom? Protecting the art from the thief? More precisely, the Veronica pieces. Are we not protecting the pieces from those who wish to appreciate them? What are you talking about? The exhibition starts tomorrow. Anyone can come and take a look. We even have free tickets. But the Veronica Foundation has decided which pieces are worthy of exhibition. People can only view what the Foundation has curated. They can't freely choose what to see. To say that anyone can freely access art, that's an illusion. Yeah, but I thought everything stored down here would be featured in the exhibition. Perhaps, but the art pieces in the storeroom are only 10% of the Veronica Foundation's extensive collection. The other 90% are underground somewhere collecting dust in a tomb much like this, entrapped in a state where no one can enjoy their beauty. Is that just? For art to belong to one who seeks to hoard and steal it away? The Foundation owns this stuff, so there's no helping it, right? It is what it is. I guess you're correct in that the owner gets to decide what gets to be on display, but that's their right. I'm not so sure. If someone bought all the rivers and lakes in the world and decided you couldn't get to drink, would that be their right? But that's different. Is it truly not? Art and aesthetics are inherent rights. That which is beautiful deserves to be shared. Huh? What? The lights? Smoke bombs too? Is this the benevolent thief? Let's split. I'll cover the back door. Yeah, I'll go for the gate. And so, you have arrived. The benevolent thief. The benevolent thief is here. Squad 1, 2, 3, report to Zone A. Remember your training. This is our school, our grounds. Press our advantage. Yes, ma'am. Heading to Zone A, right? Huh? Report. What's your status? 2 squad members fell in a crater. A crater? Why is there a... Get them out! Yes, it's... I see shovel marks. It's dug like a trap. A trap? I didn't authorize any... A smoke bomb? There's so many. Where are they? Report. I've lost visual. Who could do this? I'm sorry, Prefectural Council. I'm so sorry, Hiromi. We made them safe as we could. No one should get hurt. How does it look, Mio? Did they fall in the holes? Yeah, immaculate work on the traps, Rietsu. What about me? Don't I get a little praise? No, you and I are still on the clock. Mogul, take number 3 and 5, and action. Yep, 3 and 5, we're rolling. More smoke. Get down, or up, or... another hole. Pull me out, again. Where? I can't see anything. Stay sharp, scribe. A straggler's headed your way. Copy, Mogul. Watch the northeast slope. Your flank is vulnerable. Now, Slow movements, don't rush. Copy. Confirm troops deployed on the west gate of the cache. Take 12. On the mark, and action. Beat is clean. Moving to command. Copy. Checking in. Mio? You look a little... Are you okay? How could I be? Look at us! Abetting a criminal and attacking our own prefectural council? Hey, listen up, Mio. Remember one thing whenever that little voice in your head makes you feel guilty. Remember what? All the times prefectural council confiscated our goods and cut into our profits. None of this would have happened if we weren't smuggling. Mio, please, please be positive for once. If this succeeds, we'll not only restore a piece of art to its rightful place, but we'll outsmart the greatest thief in history. This story you wrote can have a happy ending. Happy ending. Yes, no matter how I feel, I can't close the book now. Let's see this through until the final page. Fuyu, how many more traps left? None. We used them all. Very well, then we did all we could. Now we can only hope that the benevolent thief was successful. And if she whiffs it after all our help, maybe she should retire. Indeed. Now, Fuyu, do you still have the love of purple and blue light? Of course. It's safe and secure in my case. Good. Then let's fall back. After all, the sun's going down. I find that some of the best conversations happen in the twilight. The veil of darkness hides the performative expressions of day and allows one to speak the truth. Good evening, my anonymous assistants. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm the benevolent thief. Shall we have a little chat? The benevolent thief? How did you... I found such elegant traps in the storeroom, ones I didn't set. And a unique smoke formulation keeps clouding the air. So many mechanisms were set in optimal positions, carefully anticipating the Prefectural Council's movements. How could I not notice the unseen hand of outside help? I believe I owe you my gratitude. You darlings have made my work so much easier. Is that so? I'm glad you're happy. From the sound of it, she already has the painting. We better get to bed, right? One moment. There's nothing more dangerous than an unnegotiated favor. Nothing comes for free, and no deed is unmotivated. Tell me, everyone, why did you decide to help me? We're big fans of your work, of course. It was just an act of kindness. Spontaneous kindness? I do not believe it. Innate good? Common courtesy? Those things don't exist in my world. Come now, that's rather cynical, don't you think? Nice try. I will not be deterred. You see, even if I believed your good, innocent intentions, this isn't like holding a door open for someone. It's abnormal. What kinds of people would so thoughtfully lay out traps to help a thief they didn't know? So please indulge me. What was your intention? And what is your goal? I can't tell her the truth, obviously. If I tell her that she's taken the forgery, she'll ask even more questions. But what should I do? How can I get out of this? My, it seems you've forgotten how to speak. Well, no, It's fine, a spot of stage fright. If you're so nervous, I'll break the ice. What? The painting? Wait, why is my case unlatched? She took it out of my briefcase? When did she... How did she... Oh no. You were gripping the handle so tight? Your nervous gazes said it all. That gave it away, girls. I knew it was important without you whispering a word. Now let's see what's so special. Ah, no. It's over. Oh. What is this crude forgery? A class project? What? My question was simple. Why were you holding such a shoddy replica of the love of purple and blue light? Pardon? What is she talking about? She thinks it's a fake? The client slipped me a fake? Why? That can't be. Why? Why? What would they gain? Why? That can't be right. But, I bet, or, retroactive justification. He wanted his fake to be put up there and appreciated because he knows no one will be able to tell the difference, or not enough people will be able to tell the difference, and they'll act like it's real when it's not. Huh? We've been holding a forgery? No, surely the benevolent thief is mistaken. After all, she thinks she stole the real painting from the storeroom, storeroom, even though it was actually a fake, of course, right? Then her story makes sense. The thief stole the forgery from the Veronica Foundation, but believed it was real. Then she stole ours, and naturally assumed we had a fake, but it's the other way around. That the one that was in Veronica was the real one. But what if she's right? She is an expert. What if we were slipped a forgery? Then the client didn't care if we destroyed the authentic piece. Who's telling the truth? Hi, everyone. Sensei? What are you? I thought you might be out here. Sensei? How have you been actually the benevolent thief, I mean? You remember me, Sensei? She's creeping me out. Sensei, you know the benevolent thief? Of course, she's one of my students. A student? Yeah, that's right. She did play the recording of our voice over and over again. Oh, then, Sensei, if I may ask, is she telling the truth? It's not my job to distinguish what's true or false. But she is my student. I believe her wholeheartedly. Wholehearted belief? Wow. I have an inquiry as well, Sensei. Are these girls also your students? Of course. As I thought. Disappointing, but such is their trusting nature. Sensei, to see this side of you, In that case, the answer should be simple. Sensei, in a sense, vouches for the validity of each of our accounts. Therefore, it would be wise for all parties to reveal their hands. So my suspicious helpers, I'll ask you again, why did you assist me? And why do you have a forgery of the love of purple and blue light? You believe our painting, taken from the case, is the forged one? Yes, clearly. Really? My eyes, at least regarding art appreciation, have never led me astray. If that's the case, we should be honest. Mio, hold it. It's the wisest option for you. If she's telling the truth, then the client lied to us. Very well. Here's the whole story. I believe Akira. Mio thoughtfully explained the Free Trade Cartel's mission to Akira, and the sun retreated, welcoming the night. You girls believed the forged piece was in storage, and that the client, on their noble mission, gave you the authentic masterpiece. Indeed, I see now that we had it backwards. Yes, they gave you a forgery, and not even a good one. But here's what I don't understand. Why would they ask us to do this? Where's the profit? I understand if they'd wanted us to steal the real work and bring it to them, I'd have refused, of course. But they wanted us to install a fake in the gallery and destroy the real painting. All for an exorbitant fee, I'll have you know. Why would they pay us so much to get nothing in return? I don't understand the motivation. No one would get anything except us. The world would lose a masterpiece for no reason. Some things, like beliefs and values, are worth more than money. Your client is undoubtedly driven by an intense desire. I suppose it isn't a desire I understand. Singular desires don't require persuasion or an audience. However, I can hazard a guess. Your client wanted the forgery in the exhibition where it could be admired by the masses. This was likely to prove a point. Perhaps they wished to mock the people by making them admire a forgery. Or perhaps they wanted to showcase their delusional art forgery skills. That's so twisted. Are you referring to me, or... No, Your original mission, as far as you knew, was to swap a forged piece with the real one. And you thought it would be convenient to use me as your disposal service? We meant no offense. None taken. You trusted my skills. Knew I would steal it cleanly. You thought of me as a competent but predictable. I left a calling card and you received the message. There's no need to feel uncomfortable. I broke the rules, much like you. This awkwardness was a natural consequence. But why did you keep doing it? Why not just stop and just obey the rules? Stealing art? Yes, it's definitely against the rules. But are the rules always correct? Always just? I don't think so. Rules grow stagnant and stale, falling behind the times, failing to account for growth. Clearly, you two fail to see the justification behind every Wild Hunt rule. Don't get me started. You know that they won't even let you... Shut up. So, while I might not be obeying the rules, I find my actions entirely justified. It's the rules that have failed to keep up with me. I believe art should be accessible to everyone. Therefore, I oppose it being hoarded as personal property. That's why I steal art. Except, she's stealing it for her own personal property. Though, it's not so much stealing as it is liberation. Then may I ask you something? Naturally. Those art pieces that you liberated, where are those now? Lamentably, most people do not yet recognize the value of art. Very few people possess a sense of aesthetics. But I have faith. One day, the people will wake up. They will mature, see with their hearts, and recognize true beauty. Until that day comes, I shall safely store and protect the liberated art pieces. You don't trust anyone? Why would I? And are you not the same? If not for Sensei's endorsement, you'd have never believed me. Wait, how's that different? She's hoarding too. She's just going to keep everything she stole? Shut up. Now that we're all on the same page. The conclusion is both obvious and elegant. Is it? My goal is to obtain the authentic art piece. Yours is to get paid. These are not mutually exclusive. In fact, we'd succeed through working together. Please elaborate. I will leave the forged piece behind, as if I dropped it in a clumsy attempt to escape. The Prefectural Council will find it and feel triumphant. Then the painting will hang in the exhibition, and the council, who would hate to lose face, shall conveniently forget to get the piece reappraised. And what of the genuine piece? Naturally, it shall remain in my care. Oh, please don't look so fretful. No one will ever know about the forgery. You're exemplary Wild Hunt students, and you didn't know. Let's not make assumptions. We've wasted enough time. Farewell. Wait. The hour's late enough. And Sensei, it was an absolute pleasure. That wasn't a request. What? Now. Timber. Timber. Timber! The tree fell over. That girl. She toppled the tree by punching it with her bare fists. And she blocked my escape route? Impressive. Clever girl. You bested me. You bet. That's because I'm... Isuba Ritsu. Why did you... This is why we established code names. Nice to meet you, Thiefster. Thiefster? Likewise a pleasure, Miss Ritsu. As for you, I suppose I should hear your request. I'll ask us for a little peer review. You see, I've been writing this story, and we're in it. This is my plot, my strategy, and my work. Clearly, I don't like smuggling. I don't enjoy breaking the rules over criminal plotting. Yet, While this isn't my preferred genre, I still have artistic integrity. This ending is uneasy and open. Nothing meaningful has been resolved. To end with a chuckle, as everyone realizes they've been deceived, and then be rewarded with a dubious fee. As a writer, I cannot accept this rushed hack work. And? Are you proposing a revision, dear author? Indeed. I never foreshadow without conclusion in my mind. So, please listen to my proposal. If you're willing to collaborate, I believe we can both agree to a wager. So everyone just ignored that there was a huge explosion? Well, I guess it is Wild Hunt. Never mind. The next morning. Wow, what a crowd. As expected of the Veronica Special Edition, how long until it reopens? Or until it opens? Did you look at the brochure? I didn't know they had this painting. Oh yeah, I saw this in a textbook once. They don't even know what true art is, and they keep yammering. These fools wouldn't know fake if it stared them in the face. I remember when I started out. The critics that condemned my original soulful works of art were the same who were tricked by a forgery I created. Only then were they satisfied. No one tried to see the painting for what it was. All they saw was the fame behind it, the reputation, the expectation. They never cared about the true essence within. That's why they don't have the right. The right to witness true magnificence. And that's why I will switch the world's masterpieces with forgeries, one by one. True aesthetics, genuine art, is debased by the vapid praises of the ignorant. Most importantly, the free trade cartel contacted me. They said their mission was successful. Excellent. This is the beginning, you fools. Ready your vacant expressions to gaze in awe upon my crude forgery. This is all you deserve. Our doors are opening. Please line up in an orderly fashion at this gate. For your convenience, please have your tickets out and ready. It's finally time. And here we go. What? This is different. Huh? Why'd they put up two of the same painting? But this one's famous, isn't it? Maybe it's some modern art installation? What's going on? What are you idiots grumbling about? Move, come on. What are you looking at? Excuse me, pardon if I could squeeze by and... What? Put them side by side. Two nearly identical paintings displayed in tandem? What's going on? You say you don't trust people, but it's more than that. Like our client, you believe that the public can't distinguish between real and fake. You think that they lack aesthetic sense, right? Yeah, aesthetic sense. Is that right? Correct. Then let me ask you one more thing. Have you ever tested that belief? Test? Indeed. I would like to know if the public is as ignorant as you say. That's aesthetically intriguing. Well then, how would you suggest such a test? It's simple. We show the people both versions of the love of purple and blue light, real and forged. The visitors will be confused at first, but soon the crowd will decide. Without explanation or expectation, each person will be drawn to a painting. Some will stand before the authentic piece, and some will stand before the forged. Yet, if people inherently possess artistic sensibility, there will ultimately be a bigger crowd admiring the authentic piece. And yet, if people are as ignorant as you say, the crowds will end up evenly split. Ah. If more people gather around the real piece, you'll have no reason to steal the painting. Because the public would have proven themselves worthy. Is that not the ray of hope you've been looking for? Very clever. All right, if it turns out that way, I will cease my pursuit of this painting, at least. But what if your experiment fails? If I'm proven correct, what are you going to do for me? I'll assist you in your next pursuit, with the full power of my free trade cartel. Meow, 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 meow. Isn't that too much of a gamble? What if the people don't move like we think? I cannot positively watch, and I cannot passively watch and let art be stolen. We are Wild Hunt students. We must stand for something. Very well, I accept. Since this intrigues me aesthetically, I will sneak in and hang the 2 paintings. There's a proper way to do these things. I'll have you know. Thank you. Now, it is truly time for us to part. I hope to see you again in a different form, Mio. And Sensei, bye, Madam Thief. See you later, Thiefster. I'm certain we shall meet again. Mio, they're drifting in front of the real one. We won! We did it! What a relief. Mio? Mio? This one, there's something about it. It's the same painting, but it has more soul? I like this one more too. Yes, me 3. Why? Why is everyone gathering in front of the authentic piece? How do the ignorant, unwashed masses know? How could they not be fooled by my genius? And why did the free trade cartel tell me that they had finished the job? Hello there. What's going on? I think you know. This is your work, is it not? What? We'll discuss this at the station. And do note, we are not the Valkyrie. You do not have the right to remain silent. No, you got it all wrong. I'm innocent. It was the free trade cartel. They did this. Free trade cartel? You must be mistaken. Huh? There's no such organization in Wild Hunt. Take them away. No, I have a mission. I have a mission to protect the art from the ignorant. They cheated. So I lost this round, my clever little juniors. But I will not be so gentle in our next match. Isn't that right, Sensei? You'll continue to being the thief. Thief? I haven't the slightest idea of what you mean, Sensei. I'm just an officer of the Prefectural Council, who arrested the forger and denied the existence of any cartel. You'll keep being Miria and I'll be Sensei? I suppose so. What's that? You let me be so long as I don't cross the line. Fascinating. If it's you, well, to be frank, I think being chased by you would be a delightful aesthetic. Every thief wants a good detective to be obsessed with her. Huh? A thief? It's nothing. Anyway, I have one more task. One more task? Well, I was assigned to be your guide, Sensei. Would you like me to show you the exhibition? Of course, lead the way. Very well then. First, let's admire this work, The Love of Purple and Blue Light. We need a cure to be playable. Delicious! You said it. Told you tasted even better at the cafe. Exactly. There's a certain freshness that can't be replicated with takeout. The aroma and aesthetics. The taste is quite multifaceted. It's unashamedly sweet, but not overwhelming. Prez, don't you think it's rather selfish for us to be out here enjoying this? Just think of all the poor Wild Hunt girls who can't even get a crumb of this cake. I think we should consider adding these items to our offerings. How can you think of smuggling right now? She's a true sales manager. So Mio, does this mean that we can leave Wild Hunt as long as we're with Sensei? Yes, Sensei's taking us on an approved outing, so even the Prefectural Council has to stand down. That's also why Wild Hunt student reps are allowed to visit Shale. In that sense, thank you, Sensei. We entangled you in our nonsense, and now you've taken us on a field trip to eat dessert. Since you worked so hard, it's the least I could do. Ah, yes. And Mio's feeling much better now, right? Nevertheless, I've checked our books, and the total proceeds of this operation are looking very round, as in 0. Don't be silly, Fuyu. Our profits aren't 0, they're negative, considering all our labor, smoke bombs, the shovel we left somewhere. I thought it was fun, and it was so cool the way Mio negotiated with the Thiefster. Cool? Me? To be honest, I was surprised and impressed. To think that cruel final trap came out of your sweet little head. Your client tricked us first. They deserved it. It was only right that we paid them back. That's my girl. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. See, you're a natural. Mio's got a real knack for this, right? Shut up. But Mio, how did you know it'd work? Why didn't the people go to the fake one? That's all because of you, Ritsu. Huh? Me? When we first saw the fake version of the Love of Purple and Blue Light, what did you say? Whoa. It's pretty. The first thing you said completely naturally was, it's pretty. And it was, but the term pretty is usually reserved for a nice accessory or decoration. It's not what one would normally say when reacting to a masterpiece. In other words, your inherent eyes for aesthetics recognize that the painting was fake. Really? So I thought that perhaps other people would have that unconscious discernment, a purity of sight. Additionally, I leveraged that if we hung the forged piece right next to the real one. The comparison would make the differences all the more obvious. Like how a stale cookie tastes even worse if you have it with a freshly baked one. That's why I thought to display the two pieces together. To think you plotted all that just from hearing Ritsu say that one sentence? I've always said that lit students are freaky, sick, perverted side. How is that your conclusion? I suppose it's fair to celebrate us as middling success. I suppose it's fair for us to celebrate our middling success, but ultimately, we did all that work for no profit. My cutie berry 87. It would be mine, lit perfectly on my desk, if only your client paid us. Don't fret, Mio. It's still on the market, and I have a feeling it's not going anywhere. Honestly, it'll probably be there for years. Who else would buy it? What? Don't insult my precious cutie berry 87. It's only available because the world doesn't understand the aesthetics of typewriters yet. But one day, when people come to understand its beauty, its art, its function, everyone will regret not snatching it up right now. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I think so too. So, Fuyu, what's the next job? I must procure the cutie berry 87 while I still can. And then, and only then, can the free trade cartel finally disband. Careful, the kid might hear. Huh? What are we whispering for? And so, the free trade cartel resumed its important business. That was an okay story. I don't think it was nearly as good as the last one, but it's fine. It's fine, you know. I guess. Yeah, okay, so Blue Archive rarely has bad stories. Like, I'd say that, what is it, Volume 4, Chapter 1? I'd say that was a bad one. Chapter 2 fixed it, for sure, but I think 1 was bad. And maybe Volume 2, Chapter 1 was bad? Or maybe I wouldn't call it bad. Maybe I just say that it's like 5 out of 10. You know, just like pure middling. It exists. It works, kind of. But this one is probably about the 5 out of 10 mark. But okay, there. If you're not biased about Akira being in it, it's probably 5 out of 10. It's probably 6 out of 10 if you are just starved for Akira. Ah, that sucks. We don't get to use what's her face. Okay, so we do have a healer. We have our tank, healer. Do we need... I guess we can use Ui. I guess that's our team. They're specials. Okay. Ooh, I like the design of the Perpetual Council member with a handgun. That looks really good. Wait, why is she on there twice? Oh, I guess that's boss? Okay. Wait, what? Oh. Whoopsie. Okay. 90% is all we're gonna get, but since we're not getting a welfare, I guess it doesn't really matter. Big sad. So maybe we get a welfare next event? Game? My internet's not down. Finally. I am not the biggest fan of this battle music. Ah, she's a sniper and she can't reach that far?
体にいいのは保証するよ。
へへへへ。
移動します。私が手伝います。これはふふふふ。移動します。当たらないよ。いい感じ。この勢いで銀行も。先生、こっちこっち。運命が私たちを導くの。よし、行くよ。はいはい、行きますよ。これがあなたの可能性よ。私が手伝います。体があったまるね。連続射撃いきます。痛いな。もう通過手法発射。どうよこれ。メンタル管理。恨みはないけど覚悟して。手法発射。クリア。次のステージに移動しましょう。先生、こっちこっち。運命が私たちを導くの。はいはい、行きますよ。これが必要なのでしょう。ありがとうございます。私が手伝います。体があってここを頼んだ。手法発射。こういう時こそメンタル管理。連続射撃いきます。手法発射。私が手伝います。いい結果だね。意外と私こっちの才能もあるのかも。
Is Maru heavy armor or light armor?
何か欲しいものがありましたらお気軽にご相談ください。
She's light armor. We have a team of light armors. That's why our... What is she? She's heavy. We could use Ibuki for the faster cost generation.
わかった。そこストップ、そこストップ。そのままポーズとって。そうそう。
Let's do that. Faster cost generation. We don't really need Ui for this game.
私の錬金術はどこかな。 見せてあげる。こっち。
I want to try something. What if we do this?
受け取ってちょうだい。はいはい、行きますよ。
It works.
行きましょう、伊吹。
They dodged? How?
これも運命。いらっしゃいませ、先生。ちょうどプロットを書き終えたところです。
That means our starting skills should actually drop you for Ibuki. There we go.
私の錬金術見せてあげる。受け取ってちょうだい。わかりましたよ。私が手伝います。体があったまるね。外しません。ここを頼む。トラマル発射。バンバン。外しません。
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
私たちの勝利です。何か欲しいものがありましたらお気軽にご相談ください。
So, as for the characters, Mia's probably the best.
私たちを導くの。移動します。ここに隠れます。これがあなたの可能性よ。行くよ。ありがとう。こっち。はいはい、行きますよ。私が手伝います。体にあったまるね。外しません。ここを頼んで。ドラマル発射。発射。私たちの勝利です。何か欲しいものがありましたらお気軽にご相談ください。私の錬金術見せてあげる。これがあなたの可能性よ。
I will say it has come to my attention that I am
こっちの才能もあるのかも。
like 3 chapters behind in the main story. I wasn't aware that I was that far back, but
何か
we need
欲
to
し
get
い
back
もの
on
が
that,
あり
don't
ま
we?
したらお気軽にご相談ください。私の錬金術見せてあげる。これが必要なのでしょう。はいはい行きますよ。私が手伝います。体に温まるね。外しません。ここを頼む。ドラマル発射。逃がさないよ。狙います。ねえねえ、いぶき勝ったよ。
Look at that. The last time I used Aroha
何か欲
was
しい
at
も
level
のがありましたら
86 because
お
I
気軽
never
に
leveled
ご
up
相談く
her
だ
up
さい。
after that. It's been a while.
私の錬金術見せてあげる。これがあなたの可能性よ。わかりました。私が手伝います。体に温まるね。逃がさないよ。狙います。移動します。ドラマル発射。発射。ドラマル発射。よし、行くよ。連続射撃。行きます。どうよこれ。
Yeah, we can't select her.
ドラマル発射。これが必要なのでしょう。私が手伝います。体に。
So once Ibuki is riding sidecar, we can't use Rio to
いい結果だね。
take her skill again.
こっちの才能もあるのかも。
I expected it to work that way, but
いらっしゃい
I
ま
wasn't
せ。
entirely
先
sure.
生、ちょうどプロットを書き終えたところです。私の錬金
It is a good thing that we picked up Kanoe.
見せて。
That's for sure.
これがあなたの可能性よ。わかりました。私が手伝います。体にあっここを頼んで。発射。
Missiles are next.
ドラマル発射。 オカルトを信じる者が勝つんだよ。先生にお会いできてすごく安心しました。
I'm trying to beat the clock before server reset. We're cutting it close.
私の錬金術見せてあげる。これが
What?
あなたの
Why did... No! That's supposed to be Ibuki!
ありがとうございます。よし、行くよ。
Ikiyao?
仕方ないですね。私が手伝います。逃がさないよ。狙います。ドラマで発射。緻密に通過。ドットを打つように緻密に。私が手伝います。体にじゃあ私が飲もうかな。ドラマル発射。
Fire.
外しません。ねえねえ、いぶき勝ったよ。先生、こっちこっち。
We should have enough time. Unless the loading screen. No, we got it.
私たちを導くの。受け取ってちょうだい。わかりました。
Can't aim where I want.
外しません。行きます。ドラマル発射。ビビッと。よし、抱っこ。アマス、ここを頼む。これが必要なのでしょう。ありがとうございます。恨みはないけど覚悟して。いい結果だね。意外と私こっちの才能もあるのかも。先生にお会いできてすごく安心しました。
Alright, and I'll see you guys after server reset when we do the challenges. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back. What?
先生にお会いできてすごく安心しました。
She'll run and reveal variously colored sweepers. When Fuyu gets to Mio, attack the sweeper with a color that appeared the most often. Oh! I see. So it's more of a mini game than an actual challenge. Okay. And I'm really shitty at these memory games, so... Why is it lagging? Okay. There's one of each. Still even. Blue's in the head. Blue is still ahead. One of each. Red is in the lead. Red is still in the lead. Red is still in the lead. So Kira's going to be a shotgun user. Blue is in the lead. Tied. Orange is in the lead. And now we have to kick their asses. Alright. Yep. So we need Sonic. Because Sonic's super effective against Elastic and Special. And we want heavy, so they do less damage to us. So we want Hanako. You're light. We could use you. We could use you. But I'm thinking the best choice is just to use Hoshino, right? Wrong one. There we go. Well, we can't use Seiya, who we normally always use. I guess we do use Hikari. And Mika? We're not gonna really be able to support Mika though. Do we just run Kanoe for the cost boost anyway? I guess we do, because this is nice. It's not great, but it's nice. And that's 3 units. 3 units will give us increased cost. Kisaki. And we don't have a healer. Do we need a healer, or do we just kill him faster? We could use Rio. We want you to go off first. Then we'll have you and you.
共に参ろうか、先生。光先生。
I guess this is what we do. We can try this. We can try it. This is probably gonna work. I am worried about the defense down from Suitcase Girl. I forget her name.
行ってみましょう。シュッシュッと呼んだ？おじさん、強くなったよ。例外なんてない。あなたにそう。失礼します、シュパパ。コンプリート。もっと激しくいきますよ。ありがとうございます。この辺りでやめるべきかな。
We have assembled the Exodia.
ありがとう。いっぱいかけちゃいます。涼しいですね。さあ、逃げないでください。しばしば本当になったかも。もっと激しくいきますよ。ありがとうございます。今度お返ししますね。そなたの時間じゃ。これが必要なのでしょ。今度お返ししますね。逃げないでください。涼しいですね。
Did we do it within time, though? I don't know. That was pretty slow.
どうしました？ただの
Yep, we did. Okay.
ですよ。先生、こっちこっち。
A monster's HP at 25%. Wait, does that mean that we want to get it as close to 25 and keep it there? Help them fight against enemies. When the bomb explodes, it'll inflict significant damage to nearby enemies. Try utilizing concentrated fire. I hate having to use that. We want buffs and healing. And we want concentrated fire as well. We only have one. Do we have 2 concentrated fires? We do. But that would require us using Ichika. For 30 seconds. How long is Izuna? $30. I see. We can try Izuna, but I have a bad feeling about how squishy she is. We need Mari. I don't know. Do we just run Hanako to help out anyway? The team is going to be pretty spammy. So who do we want after that? We can do Seiya for cost generation. We can just do this. See how this works. Oh, so we only have to do it once? That sounds like we used Mika, right? Oh, we did it within the time frame anyway, so it didn't even matter. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, if I knew that it was just one group of enemies, we would have used a more optimized team. But it doesn't matter. Okay, this one we're probably going to lose anyway. Akira's HP drops every second, but when her HP is 50% or higher, she'll grant powerful buffs to allies. Enemies attacked by Akira, skill will take additional damage. Enemy shielders recover HP when they put their shields up. Use CC to stop them. What did everyone else do? Oh, okay, that makes sense. I get it. I get it. Okay. Maybe I just need to max out Kisaki. Just raise her up to level 90. Be done with it. I still have no idea what this actually does. Wait, is this just taking out a bank loan on your cost? I guess that's what it is. Put you back here because I don't want you hit as much. Even though you heal yourself.
ちゃんと休めるのはいつぶりでしょうか。あとお任せ。止まってください。痛くない。先生、あれ見て。しょうがないな。ちょっと失礼するよ。この思い受け取ってください。待ってください。夏はこうでないと。やってありがとうございます。今度お返ししますね。夏はこうでないと。綺麗なもの見て。痛くない。そうね。ありがとうございます。逃げないでください。この思い激しく受け取ってください。あの時の思い出。もっと激しくやってみゆっくり参りましょう。ちょっと失礼するよ。さあね。綺麗な。どうなっても知らないんだから。私が先頭に立つよ。どうなっても知らないんだから。皆さんにお力になりたいんです。
Oh yeah, there's no way we can do this. We just lose. Yeah, well, with the right team, we just don't have the stats.
なんだか話がごちゃごちゃしちゃって、難しいことはあってもすごい先生、なんでもできるんだね。ご褒美は忘れちゃダメだよ。いらっしゃいませ先生、ちょうどプロットを書き終えたところです。お手をどうぞ。一緒にカードを引きませんか？すごいです。私もこの目で見るのは初めてのカードですよ。すごいです。私もこの目で見るのは初めてのカードですよ。運がいいですね先生。この流れに乗って次も。運がいいですね先生。この流れに乗って次も。運がいいですね先生。この流れに乗って次も。運がいいですね先生。この流れに乗って次も。すごいです。私もこの目で見るのは初めてのカードですよ。運がいいですね先生。この何か欲しいものが在庫は十分ありますよ。どうぞ。
We need this.
心ゆくそれ私の一押しなんです。
And that.
さすが先生、お目が高いですね。
Nah.
ナイスチョイスです。こち
Well,
ら
the
お
event.
包みしますか？
The event was fine. You know,
特殊交易部の営業室長。
it actually feels kind of short, doesn't it? Maybe that's just what happens when there's no combats. Maybe that's what the issue was. And we also blew through the challenges except for the EX, which we had no chance of winning. If we had everyone maxed out, obviously it'd work because people already proved that it does work. It's just, I don't feel like spending that many resources for tech sheets when I've got 363 of them, you know, right? But it is what it is. We did fine. It was okay. Actually, you know what? I'm a little disappointed with it, honestly, because the story itself, it seemed like this whole Akira thing was going to be much bigger than it actually ended up being. It just feels kind of... I was expecting it to be more exciting, I guess. I guess we just look forward to the next event, whatever that's going to be. But yeah, disappointed is probably the way I'd evaluate this one. Just because the last event with the Occult Investigation Society, it made it seem like there was just going to be more here, and then we got here and it's just an okay event, right? But that's the way it is sometimes. You know, you can't win them all. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a nice night. Peace.